What's up, YouTube? This is your friendly YouTuber, the passive income trucker, back with you today with another reaction, not really reaction video, another video talking about another company that I pretty much got myself involved with. We're just gonna go over them today. Disclaimer: information I present to you in these videos are my opinion and my opinion alone, and not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and nor do I claim to be one. All parties watching this video should assess the risks and do their own due diligence before investing in anything. And there's a lot of people saying this section or this part of the community with the crypto and the other things involved in this section is don't put money into any company that you're not willing to lose, or you may end up like some of the people in this video that we're about to watch right here. Or not people, they're not going to be in the video, but it's a lot of angry people with this company right now. But we'll talk about that in just a second. And here's the back office of the company called Bitlocity. They just did a product launch about a week ago, and it went horrible. I guess I'm not sure if it's normal, but had a lot of issues, a lot of lag in the system. And right here, you see my total earnings is zero. I'm not sure why, but they had a video. We're gonna talk about that in the video. That's something they're gonna explain. This I'm gonna be watching. What I'm going to be watching is a video that they had of a webinar that they had couple of days ago, which they're trying to explain what's going on with the issues they're having with the website. It was flooded with traffic, so it was pretty much shut down. And this is the dashboard. That's my payout Bitcoin address. This is my earnings. The reason why I have zero earnings is I don't know, because when you get in the system, the way they explain it to you in the comp plan is when you get in, it doesn't matter who gets in. Well, it does matter, but the way the comp plan is when you get involved, there's no recruiting on the first two levels. You don't have to recruit to get paid. The first two levels, it says some kind of unlimited payment plan, but you only get $25, $50. And the way the plan works is, let's say you get in and you sign up at 2 o'clock p.m. CST time, Central Standard Time, and let's say somebody else signs up at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. In 1 second, that person is automatically supposed to be placed behind you, and you will get paid for that person. Now you have to watch the comp plan to explain it. I'm not sure if you're going to explain this video, but just go ahead, go back and watch the comp plan. But that's how they explain it to you. As long as you get in and people come in behind you, you're supposed to get paid at 25 or that $50. And as you can see, my account still says zero. I've been in for like 3, 4 days, and I'm not saying anything. That's why a lot of people are upset. And let's see what else is on this back office. And as you see, I don't have any downline. And that's something else that I noticed, that the people that I have seen that have YouTube videos, the people who actually have a downline, the people who actually I see have money in their account, who actually have more than zero in their Bitcoin account. And let me just say that if you have a zero in your Bitcoin account, that doesn't mean that you don't have anything just yet. Because if you have one, that means you have about $50,000. Because Bitcoin right now is worth $50,000 or a little bit less, depending on if the stock is going up or down right now. And if you have one Bitcoin, that means you've earned about $50,000. So I'm not expecting to see a one right there. I'm expecting to see like a 0.000 something right there, but it's not showing anything. And I actually did recruit on purpose just to see if it called the infinity line, just to see if the infinity line would work. And apparently, I don't think it does right now, because pretty much all the videos I watched, nobody who just got in with the first two levels of just an infinity line has any payments, especially if they did not recruit, did not get any payments. And I think that's another issue for a lot of people that got involved with Bitlocity. The next section, as you can see, I did get in, but another thing is, you pay a $25 yearly fee. I forget what it's for, but you have a $25 yearly fee. It would normally say $25 right here for the bronze, and the silver was $50, and this was $75. And another way they have to set up is you cannot skip. If I want to get in and go in at one of the next levels, like if I want to just go straight in at 200, which is pretty much what I paid, I would not be able to do that. The way they have the plan set up is you have to pay each individual package. You have to pay the 25. First, you have to pay the $25 yearly fee. Then you pay the 25 for the bronze, the 25 for the silver, and the 75 for this particular package here. And then you have to pay for the 100, the 200, the 500, and so on. So you cannot skip packages in this particular comp plan. And that's another way why people, if somebody gets in, that's pretty much guaranteeing that everybody who's in the company will get something. The way the plan is set up, it makes sense, but I don't. We'll see if it starts working here in the future, or if they exit out on us. We'll find out. And since me and some other guys, we pretty much put our money where our mouth is instead of just going out and saying that it's a scam. We do have money in the system, as you can see, working for us, and just hope everything get worked out. If not, I'll just make another video explaining what happened or what I think happened. This is pretty much the support ticket. I sent a ticket already because I was having an issue with my 2FA. That's pretty much two-factor authentication, and the settings showing enable right there. Password, you can change it there. And also FAQs, there's videos, this is the Telegram, and pretty much other info. Just log out. And let's get right into the video that they had. I think it was a couple days ago. Maybe a little bit of delay before they start. But as they're starting, it was another video I was watching while waiting on them to get started. I'll just talk a little bit. And they were talking about how they thought they got scammed because they couldn't log into the back office if there's so much traffic going to their particular site when they launched. If the traffic was very, very slow, people were making videos showing how it was taking hours to get in. Some people double paid. Some people made payments the wrong way. It was all kind of issues that was going on with the program. And today is another day where they're coming out and trying to clarify what's going on.
Currently broadcasting on Zoom right now. I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes, and then we will get started.
This guy's just a presenter. A lot of times, and something else I saw in the video, they said they think this is all pre-recorded because they don't address the questions that show up in the comment section over there. So some people think this is a pre-recording, which could be true. Because I haven't seen them address any of the people in the comments or answer any of the questions in the comments as well. But that's neither here nor there. I think you do this every video.
Welcome everyone to our Bitlocity team training. This will be held every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in addition to every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. So I'm going to wait just 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So you've got a few moments to get your team members on the call. And of course, they can log in at bitlocitywebinar.com. So we'll address some questions through the Zoom. And so if you have a question, you want to type that question into the Zoom. Once we finish the training and going through our agenda, we will answer as many questions as we can.
This is actually the first video where I've heard him say he's going to address something about the comments. So I'm a little bit surprised about that. I caught this video the other day when it was on, but I didn't catch the beginning, so I didn't think he was addressing anything in the comments. Well, as you can see the comments on the screen, so we'll know if he's addressing the comments. And as you can already see over here, people are already saying scam, scam, scam. They're coming with the heat already. This normally how every webinar starts. They start off with a little bit of silence and give people a chance to start. He'll get a chance to come in, and he'll start in I guess in a second here, I guess. There's also a video I'm going to make.
I'd like to welcome everyone to our Wednesday team training. We'll be getting started here in just a couple of minutes. We normally start at 5 minutes after the hour. So you've got just a few moments to invite your team members.
What I was saying is that there's some other videos we're going to start about some guys who I'm going to go do some more research on their channel as well, just before I come out and make statements about them. But it's a couple guys I've been noticing on YouTube. All they make is these scam videos. Everything's a scam. Nothing ever works. But I never see them put their money into it or invest anything into anything. It's always this is a scam. And with a lot of those videos, when somebody say it's a scam, they're normally trying to get you to buy something else that they're promoting. It was a company a long time ago. I don't know if anybody remembers. I thought they were out of business, but I guess they're still in it.
Great. So welcome to the team training.
There we
My name
go.
is Mark Hammond. I'll be your trainer. Let's get into it. So
I'll go ahead and finish. There was a company called Wealthy Affiliate. It was kind of like Empower Network. And what they did is they taught you a technique. And the technique was you go out and make a video saying that this, you take the latest thing, if product slash, company like Bitlocity, and you put their name in your title, and you get clicks from it. You just put scam in it, and that's what they taught you. Scam, this is a scam. You do a little bit of research, and you don't look it up, and you just make a video about it just to get some clicks. And at the end of the video, you pretty much funnel them to whatever it is that you're trying to get them to buy. It's probably like one video since I've been seeing somebody put scam inside of the title that it has not actually worked, or it hasn't been there.
we've got quite a bit to cover, ladies and gentlemen. And if I'm able to cover everything, that would be awesome. But it's so much information. I'm going to do the best I can. What we don't cover today, for whatever reason, we've got Saturday, and we can catch it on Saturday. But we're going to do the best we can today. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So we're not going to do any music today. We're going to just get right to our topics here. Very good. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is the topics that we're going to be covering today. We're going to talk about pending payments. We're going to discuss unconfirmed packages, multiple addresses. We're going to discuss wallet addresses, and we're going to talk about why you need to double check to make sure that your wallet address is correct. We're going to discuss the infinity line and the speed of contributions. We're going to talk about withdrawals. We're going to talk about the internal wallet and the fees associated with it. We're going to talk about emails. We're going to talk about the details that you need to include with those emails. And we're going to discuss limiting multiple emails. The more emails you send, the more work we have, especially if you're sending the same email over and over again. We'll discuss that. We're going to talk about educational videos as well as new signups. All right. So the most important video that everyone wants to watch before they actually register is our Get Started training. Now, I bought we assigned a domain name for it. You can go to getstartedtraining.com, and this is a must-watch video. It's only 8 minutes long. We're actually going to redo this video, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We're going to make it even more pertinent, but every new member should watch this video before they actually go and register. As I mentioned, it's only 8 minutes. So it's not very long. It's going to answer a lot of questions, and it's going to make the process a whole lot easier. It's going to eliminate a ton of errors and a ton of support emails as well. So I'm not going to read it now because we're going to actually go through the process here in a few moments. I'm not going to play it, but everybody needs to watch this video. GetStartedTraining.com. In this tutorial, I will show you how to activate. All right, so we've got a little bit of time. So you know what? I am going to play this. Let's go ahead and play this right now. And then we'll get into our topics. Tutorial. I will show you how to activate your account and purchase packages in the new Bitlocity back office. First, go to bitlocity.io and click Login. Next, you will enter your username and password.
I will point out that this is not the first time they've done this getting started and training video on how to set up your account. They did it a couple times before. Did it before the launch, and they did a couple videos even after the launch to explain to people to try to get them to understand that you have to do it a certain way when you get inside the system, which they're going over it one more time, and also going over the issues. So I'll give them a little kudos for doing that.
Word that you chose when you pre-registered for the program. Then click Sign In. Next, you must read each of the independent associate agreements, and there are 3 pages. Click Next in order to view them all. And once you have read all three, you will then click the I have read and agree box, and then you will click the I have read and agree tab. Next, you will go to step 2, and this is where you will pay the $25 membership fee. You will do this by clicking on the Renew tab.
That's what I thought was the yearly fee, but they call it a membership fee. I got to send that. I'm unclear if it's going to be every year, but it is I'm assuming yearly means every year. So a $25 yearly membership fee, which pretty much it kind of sounds like you're paying for the domain. Because of those of you who know about affiliate marketing, and you have a website, you have to pay your domain, which is where you host the name of the website, which is bitlocity.io. And that's pretty much what it sounds like. It sounds like you're paying for the domain name to use the system.
On the screen, you can see the wallet address as to where you will send the $25 membership payment. You can also see the exact amount of Bitcoin that you must send. Be sure to send the money directly to this specific wallet address and send the amount that is required. Once you have done so, then you will click Verify and activate my package. Now, once that payment has been sent, you must wait for at least one confirmation through the blockchain. You'll notice the tab in the upper right-hand corner. It says, "Thank you for your payment." Your package will activate after some time. That is, after it has been confirmed in the blockchain at least one time. And so through the wallet where you sent the money, you can see how many confirmations have gone through. But once those confirmations have gone through, then you will be activated over here in Bitlocity. And then also, here's a screenshot of your particular wallet. And of course, you're going to paste in the wallet address that Bitlocity provided you. You're going to enter the amount of Bitcoin. You want to make sure you enter the exact amount of Bitcoin. And then you have the option to send this priority. In other words, you will pay a higher fee to get your transaction to go through faster. You might want to do that in order to save time. Now, step 3 is to provide your Bitcoin wallet address. And you can do that by clicking on the money bag, and that will take you to another page. And this is where you will enter your wallet address where you want to receive your commissions and you want to save it. All right, so now that's done. Your next step is to pay for your $25 Infinity line payment. And of course, in order to do that, you first must click on My Matrix, which is the icon you see over in the left there. And then you're simply going to click Buy Now. Great, and that will take you to another page. Again, you will see your wallet address as to where you will send this payment, and this wallet address is exactly the same. Of course, you can click on the little squares there, and you can copy the wallet address and the amount of Bitcoin that you need to send. You can copy that directly to your clipboard so that you don't make a mistake with the amount. Of course, you want to make sure you send the exact amount, ladies and gentlemen. That enables the system to process things automatically. Once that's done, you're going to click Verify and Activate. Again, you must wait until you have received at least one confirmation, ladies and gentlemen, in order to move forward. Once that confirmation has gone through, then you can click the Activate and Verify My Package tab. All right, so let's stop right there. So you want to click the Activate My Package as soon as you send the payment. You don't have to wait for the confirmation in order to do that. So I misspoke that part. So I want to make sure that it's clear to everybody. As soon as you send your payment, you click that Activate. In fact, you can wait 30 seconds.
Something really quick. Somebody said something in the comment section that I noticed as well. The issue of the website has been addressed in their Telegram. They have a Telegram group that people are a part of, where they also repost the videos. They post about the issues. They post about the errors. And some of these people I don't believe are in the Telegram group. If they are, I don't know what else to tell you, but it seemed like a lot of things they did it wasn't hard. They also had another it was also inside of the back office right here. They also put videos right here for you to see how to set up your account. So I'm not sure. I think some people were just trying to rush to get in. See, they had this Wednesday, this one they call Academy. This is Academy VP. Back office activation. See, this was Friday, February 27th, where they were going over activation right there. I don't know how many people watched it. I'm not saying nobody's stupid, but they put it back there for people to use, and a lot of people I don't think use it. I think they just tried to do it on their own and they just made mistakes. Again, I'm not saying people are dumb, but people make mistakes. So I mean, there was a lot of people complaining about it, and I think a lot of people are new that are getting into this. If you're not, then you should know you know what you're doing. But there are also, pretty much believe there are some people that got into the systems that are new and didn't know what they were doing. They didn't follow directions. They didn't watch the video, and pretty sure we did a video before that too. And they also have Telegram stuff. So I don't think a lot of people were paying attention to it. But I'm not trying to give them excuses. I'm just saying that info was readily available. If you follow those instructions, and you still had issues. You're pretty much just sending a support ticket, which they're addressing right now.
Maybe 1 minute, and then you're going to click that verify and activate button. Let's continue. Great. So you notice here that where it says bronze, you notice it says purchase. That means that confirmation has gone through and that is now activated. So the next thing you want to do is activate the silver infinity line, and you will do that by clicking buy now. And again, the wallet address is exactly the same as to where you'll be sending the $50 worth of Bitcoin. And of course, you can copy that wallet address to your clipboard, and then you can also copy the exact amount of Bitcoin.
I hate to keep starting the video, but it's some stuff over here people talk about that I was talking about earlier. Someone Henny says, keep trying. It took my recruit 22 hours to get in there. Like I was saying, when they launched, it was a bit crazy. The system was super slow. People actually tried to activate the same package multiple times, and they actually said, I think in this video, that if you did do that, if you paid for it multiple times, they will give you a um, reimbursement, but they need proof that you actually paid for it. So they ask you to send you a screenshot of the payment in the system, and they should give you the user ID and other info that I think they're gonna talk about in this video to address that particular issue. Let me go through some more of these comments. Is this the speed of success? Can't log in today because the site is on maintenance. Yeah, they were doing some maintenance, but they were actually the whole time they were trying to. Well, they said they were upgrading the servers to make it faster because they didn't predict that many people trying to log in on a day. As posted everywhere, work is going on with the site and it may be down. We are seeing if the tool not working as intended. And let's see, I've asked multiple times, how do you go about changing your Bitcoin address if it was entered correctly? This is something he said in the other video as well. If you put your, they changed it though, because at first they said once you put your Bitcoin address in, you could not be changed to make sure you verified that it was correct, because it was not going to be a way to change it. Because I think what he was trying to do was trying to prevent, if someone was to log into your account or had access to your account, they would be able to change your Bitcoin address to their address. And I think they were trying to make that a security feature, but they're saying now in this particular video, and I think in somewhere else they said that they were going to change it where you can where you'll be able to do it, but it's going to be a process. So they pretty much changed that as well. So it looks like they're trying to do the right thing, but only time will tell, people. Time will tell.
Coin that you need to send, because it must be exact in order for it to go through. Make sure you do that correctly, and then of course you need to wait for that one confirmation. Once that has gone through, then you can click the verify and activate my package, and that will allow you to go to the next. Yep. So again, I misspoke that, and when I do the new video, I'll make sure that that is corrected. So you don't have to wait for the confirmations in order to click that button. As soon as you have sent the payment, you will click that verify and activate my package button. Step. So now we go to step 6, and this is where you can purchase additional packages of your choice. Now, you might recall from the previous training that at this point, you can actually pay for multiple packages at the same time, starting from the $75 package and up. So in this case, if you wanted to purchase packages all the way up to the Sapphire, you would simply click the 1000 buy now, and this will enable you, ladies and gentlemen, to pay for the Sapphire, for the 750, the Ruby.
Now there is a guy I know who's in the same system, and he's made 2 withdrawals already. He made a live video. His name is Crypto Muscle. If you go check his channel out, and I'll leave his channel name down in the description. Also, maybe you can see if I can find that video and put it down in the description below, where he actually got paid, because what it looks like is the people who actually have an account and you did not, and you brought in recruits, you got paid. But the people who did not recruit, who came in on maybe the 20, like I did, 25 to 15 and 75, and we don't have any sign-up/recruits, we didn't have any Bitcoin in our system. But what I've seen for pretty much all of the videos and the research that I've done on the Bitlocity, on the Bitlocity members, is pretty much everybody who has recruited and has people in their downline has had money in their account. And like I said, the YouTube Crypto Muscle, he's made 2 withdrawals. I think he's made withdrawals for about $7,000, $8,000 already. So the system is working in some aspects, and other aspects it's not. And the ones it's not, the people are pretty much complaining about. And I mean, it's working for some people, and some people it's just not.
500, the 200, the 100, and the 75 all at one time, and it would only require one confirmation because you made one payment for multiple packages. So that's the great thing about step 6. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the optional internal wallet. This is what you can use to make your withdrawals. Now, this is optional. You don't have to use this if you don't want to, but you have a decentralized, secure internal wallet inside of Bitlocity. And in order to save money, ladies and gentlemen, instead of making a lot of smaller withdrawals where you have to pay those transaction fees for every withdrawal, you can actually let your earnings accumulate and make one larger withdrawal. But it's entirely up to you whether you want to withdraw as the money comes in or whether you want it to.
I think that's a positive thing. You can leave it, it's actually giving you the choice whether you want to leave it on automatic or disable when you get a withdrawal. What he's saying is like as soon as your money comes in, as soon as somebody joins behind you, and you get $25 payment or $50 payment or maybe $100 payment, it will automatically withdraw and send it to your Bitcoin address. Or you can disable it and you can check it maybe once a day or once every couple of days or however you feel like checking it, and just withdraw the money, which will change the amount of fees you have to pay. If you have to every time you withdraw, there's a fee. So if you limit the amount of withdrawals, you limit the amount of fees, which is a one-time fee instead of multiple fees because of multiple withdrawals.
To accumulate, you can determine whether you want to do that by enabling this feature. So when you talk about the wallet, and we're going to talk about that in detail again here in a few moments, you have 2 options. You can make manual withdrawals, or you can set it on automatic and tell the system when you want your withdrawal to take place. So we're going to get to that in a few moments. I'm going to break that down. And the fee, the 0005, that fee applies in either instance. So whether you're doing the automatic withdrawals and you have preset it, you will pay that fee, or whether you're doing the manual withdrawal, you will also pay that fee. So we're going to talk about this wallet in more detail in just a few moments. Let's continue with the video. And the last thing we want to talk about is 2FA security. 2FA security adds another level of security to your account, and this is something you want to consider activating. All right, so in order to do that, ladies and gentlemen, you would simply click on the gear that you can see on the lower left-hand corner, and you need to download Google Authenticator. You need to download that app either through the Play Store or the Apple Store. Download that onto your smartphone. And this is what the app looks like. It looks like a little safe right there. That's what you want to download. Now, the next thing that you will notice is that when you click on Enable, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually going to pull up the screen. And so you're going to scan this QR code onto your smartphone, ladies and gentlemen, or you can copy that address that you see right there into your smartphone. It's going to provide you with a code, and that code changes every 20 seconds. You enter that code in the box that you see on the bottom here, you click submit, and now it becomes activated and enabled, ladies and gentlemen. So that means that in order for anyone to access your account, they must have your smartphone and that code. So this is a security feature, something that you want to consider applying to within the system, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to enable you to have much more secure experience with Bitlocity. All right, so that concludes this tutorial. We'll have detailed trainings on the internal wallet and the 2FA authenticator as we move forward. One final note concerning blockchain.com. If you are activating your Bitlocity account or purchasing packages in Bitlocity using your blockchain.com account, we found that sometimes there is an error if you are using the QR code through the blockchain.com app. And if that happens, what you can do is copy the Bitlocity wallet address and manually enter it into your app and then send the funds. Or you can log into blockchain.com online, copy the wallet address, and then send the payment. All right, so just something to kind of different about blockchain.com, this is how you can make your payments following these instructions using blockchain.com. Thank you. Okay, great. So what I want to do right now, see if I can get on to my next slide here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to come back to these in just a moment. I want to talk about the common errors because we just watched the registration video that shows people how to register. And unfortunately, there have been a lot of errors, which has created some of the situations that we're dealing with right now. So I want to take my time and kind of review the errors that people have been making when they've registered. So the first error is that they're not sending the correct amount of Bitcoin. And so we just saw that you want to copy that amount of Bitcoin and you want to send that exact amount of Bitcoin. The system is going to recognize that amount of Bitcoin. The other thing is that some people are actually changing the USD value. They understand that the admin fee is $25, for example. And so when they put the QR code, when they put the Bitcoin amount, it might say $24.95. They will actually go in and change it and make it say $25. We don't want to do that. That is an error. We want to leave it. Whatever the US dollar amount is going to be that. The system is tracking the Bitcoin amount. So you never want to change that. Okay? Some people, they are adding more than what the amount of Bitcoin that's requested. They are thinking in their mind there's going to be a transaction fee. I need to add something extra to it. You don't want to do that. All you want to pay is that exact amount that's provided for you when you get ready to make that purchase. Okay? And of course, it's always easier if you copy the amount using the clipboard button. You can use that, and that can save you from making an error as well. Okay, the other thing is that some people are sending their payments, but they're never clicking the verify and activate my package. All right, now, just to clarify one more time, as soon as you send that payment, you want to click that tab. So you don't have to wait for the confirmations or anything like that. As soon as that payment is sent, you can wait maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and go ahead and click that tab. So part of the learning curve is just to get familiar with the software itself and how it works. And we'll be going through these things over and over again. As I mentioned, I will update that video before the day is out, and you can still go to that same link and you'll be able to watch it, and we'll make sure we clarify those details. So this is all part of the learning curve, ladies and gentlemen. This is a work in progress. It's not magic. Work has to be done. And sometimes, when there are challenges, those challenges have to be addressed and worked out. And that's exactly what we're going through right now. We certainly appreciate your patience, during this process. Okay. Now, some people are not waiting for the one confirmation, and they expect everything to go through instantly. But with Bitcoin, there's nothing instant about Bitcoin. There's always a delay. You want to make sure that you wait for that confirmation. All right. Okay. Now, of course, in the video, we discussed this also. If you're using the blockchain.com app and you scan the QR code, you will get an error message. It'll say this is an invalid Bitcoin wallet address. It's not an invalid Bitcoin wallet address. The system is just not copying the QR code. So what can you do? You can copy it manually and paste it into your app, or you can go online and log into blockchain.com online and paste the wallet address online, and it will go through. Of course, you can always send the money from other wallets. A lot of people are using different wallets. They're using coinspayment.net, Atomic Wallet, Exodus Wallet, Genesis Wallet. All right, blockchain.com, Coinbase. You can pay these fees and you can pay the upgrade and purchase of packages from any wallet. Okay? All right. So we talked about this. You can use blockchain.com on the website to send your payment as well. All right. Also, the other thing is, and we're going to discuss this some more in just a moment, when sending support emails, you want to make sure you include screenshots of the issues. And as much information as you can send, the better. So there are two main categories, and I need to take my time with this, but there are two main categories that the two biggest issues that people are having is one is that in their back office, the packages that they have paid for are not activated. And so if that is the case, you're going to send an email to support. And of course, that's support at bitlocity.io. And many of you have already done this, so you don't need to do another one. All right. But the topic is going to be level packages. All right. And then you just go ahead and include those screenshots, as much information as possible to make it as easy as possible for them to address your issue. The other thing is some people made multiple payments when they paid the $25 admin fee, and it didn't work, the way that they had expected, or whatever the situation might be. So they made multiple payments. We don't want that money. We want to return that money to you. What you need to do is send in an email to support with the topic, the subject, multiple payments, and then include your username, your email address, your transaction ID number, which is that long ID, that transaction ID number, and the details that prove that you made the payment, so that the admin can look it up and return that payment to you. Okay? All right. Now we're going to go back and we're going to talk about the topics. All right, here we go. Let's just go ahead and back up here. So hopefully everybody caught that and that information made sense to everyone. All right, so let's talk.
So as you can see, he's right here addressing some of the main issues that were going on launch day, and even a couple days after launch day, because the site was really, really slow. It's really, really bogged down. They were really having some issues, and now you can see people are just submitting tickets, submitting multiple tickets for errors and things that happened. They were pretty much their fault, as well as some of the system faults being so slow. People thought it didn't go through, and they just kind of probably wouldn't likely just put in multiple payments. And he just said he's gonna give you your money back. So he's not trying to take your money. He could have just not showed up today and ran with the money and took everybody's money. But he came back on the video today and he said that he will give you a reimbursement if you send him his info now. I don't know if anybody submitted that information yet. I don't know if anybody's gotten their reimbursement just yet. It could be all filler talk, but we'll find out. We'll see. If they don't come back, then I'll just be making another video on what happened, why they, that they just exit scam and just left. But if not, I'll be making more videos showing how they're working out, success or non-success. Back to it.
Talk about pending payments. All right, now, the thing about Bitcoin, and I think most people on this call understand this, is that the value of Bitcoin, it changes. It goes up, it goes down, and it's quite volatile, quite frankly. And sometimes when you send a payment in, for whatever reason, a full amount that was required actually did not get in. Maybe the price of Bitcoin increased, whatever the situation may be, and that actually caused that transaction not to go completely through or to be hung up. And especially the last few days, the price of Bitcoin has been all over the place. And when most of these issues occurred, that was the day when the price of Bitcoin dropped tremendously, or moved tremendously. I noticed 1 minute it would go down, 5-10 minutes later it would go up, and this was happening quite a bit. It's very, very unusual, quite frankly. And so, what's going to happen is you may receive a notice in your back office that will tell you that your payment was short. It was short a couple of dollars. It was short a few cents, whatever that is. You want to make that payment, and that will clear up this situation, and that will clear up that pending payment. All right. So hopefully you understood that. Some of you have already received those notices in your back office that let you know that your payment was short for one reason or the other, and it's telling you what the amount is that you need to pay so that it will clear. Okay. So keep an eye on that, and that's what you want to do, and that will clear that up. All right. So let's also talk about unconfirmed packages. All right, so we have pending transactions, pending payments, and unconfirmed packages. So these kind of overlap a little bit, And one of the things you want to do is make sure you do everything that we just showed you on the previous video. But the other thing I want you to know is that if you are going through, and let's just say that you click the higher package, but you decide not to purchase that higher package. Well, whenever you go back to your back office, you're going to notice that that package is still there, and it's literally going to stay there. It's going to stay there for quite some time until you actually make that payment. So the developers are working right now to actually correct that. So right now, it will stay there for at least 8 hours. If you choose a higher package, maybe you're just looking around, you just want to see what the package is going to cost, and you click on that. Well, that's going to stay there for at least 8 hours. And so the developers are working on that to shorten that time, so you won't see that moving forward. All right. So let's talk about multiple addresses. We're going to talk about multiple addresses and also wallet addresses. Okay, now, some people have put the wrong wallet address in the system when it comes time for them in order to receive a payment. For example, they put other wallet addresses like maybe Ethereum. Maybe they didn't put the complete wallet address.
And for those of you who don't know, have put in the wrong wallet address is pretty much an issue. You won't get paid. If this issue does not get corrected, it'll be the same issue they're having right now when people complain about not getting their money because you put, like you said, you put the Ethereum wallet address in. If you put the Ethereum wallet address in, you can't. I don't think that's going to work. I'm not 100% sure. Um, unless you, no, I don't. You can't. I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can try to because they operate in Bitcoin. If you put in Bitcoin, you get out Bitcoin. If you put in Ethereum, you'll get back Ethereum. I don't think they're using Ethereum right now. They're only using Bitcoin. So if you put in an Ethereum wallet, it's pretty much just not going to work. You're not going to get paid. And once you press the send button to receive that money, the money is gone. You cannot get it back. It's not like a regular bank account where you can go to the bank and say, I sent money here and I got scammed or whatever. Once that money is gone, you cannot get it back. So if you do not put in the correct address, the correct wallet address using Bitcoin, not just send it to Bitlocity, but anywhere. If you're sending money to anybody or you're sending money to anyone using Bitcoin, period, or either one of these other platforms, if you put in the wrong address, you just lost your money. It's just gone. You cannot get it back.
In there. Some people even took the wallet address to make your payment within Bitlocity, and they actually put that in the wallet address where you would receive your payment. Okay, so of course those are all errors. So one of the things you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is double check your received wallet address. You want to double check that before you save that within the system. All right. And if for whatever reason that you've put in a wrong address, one of the things you're going to notice very soon in the back office, you'll actually be able to change your own wallet address, provided that you have completed the F2A security feature. All right, you'll actually be able to go in there and change your own wallet address as long as you have that secondary security feature set up. All right, and so that's being worked on right now to make that whole situation a lot better for people, because you must be able to verify who you are before you can actually go in there and change that wallet address. So that's an important update. Okay, so let's talk about the infinity line. Some people have said, why isn't the infinity line moving faster? Some people are saying, I don't see any activity over there.
And the affinity line, that's where a lot of people got in because they didn't want to recruit. And that was the pitch that they sold this system on. You get in at $25 level and or the $50 level, and you would not have to recruit, and you would still get paid. And the affinity line is where you just pay the 25 or the 50, and people fall in line after you, and you would receive those commissions if they recruited you or not.
I don't understand what's going on. Well, here's what I want you to understand. If the overall system is not working properly, that affects everything, including the infinity line. If people have pending payments, confirmations that haven't gone through, that means money is not going through the infinity line. And so, as these challenges are corrected, ladies and gentlemen, the infinity line is going to speed up. So hopefully that makes sense to you. So the infinity line is part of the program. And if people aren't able to get verified, if they aren't able to, and they got payments hung up, and we know that's happened with a lot of people, then of course the infinity line is going to be affected by that. Okay, so now we're going to talk about withdrawals in that internal wallet and the fees. Okay, now we have an internal wallet, and the purpose for the internal wallet, ladies and gentlemen, is actually to save people on fees. All right, we understand that every time you make a withdrawal, you're going to have a blockchain transaction fee. Right now, they're running anywhere from $12, $13, and if it could be more, sometimes they could be less. So the internal wallet gives you an opportunity to accumulate your earnings and then pay one fee rather than make multiple withdrawals and have to pay multiple fees. But that is your option. So when you first log back there, it is disabled, which allows you to make a bulk withdrawal and pay one fee, which is 0.0005 in Bitcoin. Now, if you turn the automatic withdrawal on and you set that at a certain amount, let's say you set it at 0.001, every time that automatic withdrawal takes place, you will pay a fee of 0.0005. All right, so it's the cost of doing business, but that is the fees, and that is how that works in the withdrawal system and the internal wallet. And we're going to take a look at that in a moment as well. Okay, emails. So we talked about the emails. The two most important emails that people will be sending in will be that the packages you paid for are not activated in your back office. All right. If that is the case, you're going to send an email and it's going to say, the subject is going to say package levels. All right. You can even say package levels not activated. And then you're going to include screenshots that verify that. All right. Including a transaction ID of the payments that you sent concerning that specific level. All right. The other subject is going to be multiple payments. If you happen to be a person who made multiple payments, you were trying to get registered, it wasn't going through properly, so you made multiple payments, specifically the $25 admin fee, then you're going to send an email to support. The title is going to be multiple payments. Then you're going to include as much detail as you can, screenshots, your transaction ID, your username, your email address, okay, so that they can verify that and refund you that payment. All right. So now, how many times do you have to send this email in? Twice, maybe, but not 3, 4, 5, or 6 times. It just clogs up the system. And some of this work actually has to be done manually. Somebody has to literally go through every one of these situations and do them manually, ladies and gentlemen. So, the support team is working very, very, very hard. And the more emails you send in about the very same thing, it actually creates more work for them. So the support team is working very hard, and so are the developers. Everybody ought to be able to see the changes, improvements that are taking place in the back office. Again, as I mentioned earlier, this is a work in progress. This is not magic. This all has to be built. It has to be perfected. It has to be improved and enhanced. And that is the process that we're going through. When you get involved in a program at the very beginning, you are what's known as a first adopter. And one of the challenges of being the first adopter is that you have to deal with all of the challenges that begin at the beginning. The people that come in later, they may not have to deal with those challenges because they've already been corrected. So that's just, how it goes when you're operating at the very beginning. So we appreciate everybody's patience. We appreciate your good attitudes. We really appreciate all the people on the social media who, are respectful and, patient. We certainly appreciate that. That goes a long, long way. I want you to imagine if you were on the other side and you're being bombarded with, rude comments, negative comments, all those things, that's, we don't really, that doesn't help. That doesn't help, ladies and gentlemen. So we really appreciate, I want to thank all of you for your patience, for your respect, and your good attitude, through this process. All right, the educational video. So we expected to have the educational videos in the other day. We were unable to do that, but that is being worked on. Everyone will know when those are available. It won't be much longer. You'll be able to access those educational videos that we promise you. Okay, new signups are actually active right now. You've got the ability to actually sign up new members right now. The other thing is, you know what's not on here? Withdrawals. Oh, I know what I didn't talk about the withdrawals. Withdrawals are active right now. So you understand that when you're moving Bitcoin, it's not instant. It's a process that it has to go through. Same thing with the withdrawals. But withdrawals are active. In a moment, I'm going to go to the screen here and I'm going to show you how to actually make a withdrawal. So we're very, very excited and happy about that. All right. So let's go on. So I just want to point out a few things here with these screenshots here. And we're about 30 minutes in right now. And then once I do that, then we're going to go ahead and deal with some questions, okay? All right, so everyone's familiar with logging in bitlocity.io. Everyone knows that you want to read the independent associate agreement. And of course, there are 3 of those. You can click on that, read those, take your time and read those. Of course, you want to check off on the I have read, the box and the tab. That's going to enable you to go to the next screen. Okay. When the person gets started, they're going to click the renew tab so they can pay their $25 membership fee. Okay. We talked about that. Here's the wallet address you're going to be sending it to. And here is the amount of Bitcoin. We understand you have to send the exact amount of Bitcoin. We're not concerned about the USD amount. The system is going to monitor the Bitcoin amount. So Bitlocity is Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out. Everything revolves around Bitcoin. Okay. As soon as you send that, you might wait 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute. You're going to click the verify and activate my package. That lets the system know to look for your payment. All right. So if you don't do that, the system doesn't know that you actually sent the money. So this is why it's very important that you do that, and you do that in this order. Okay. So again, when you have done that, you'll notice you see an image that'll pop up at the top. It says, thank you for your payment. Your package will activate after some time. So when everything is working properly, you have to wait that one confirmation. When that one confirmation has gone through, then you'll be able to move to the next step. So here's a screenshot of your wallet from your side. You entered the Bitlocity wallet address. You entered the exact amount of Bitcoin. We're not focused on the USD value. You notice here it says 2504. All right, we're not concerned about that. We're concerned about the Bitcoin value. That needs to be the same as what was in your back office. You have the ability to send it priority. It costs a little more to do so, but that actually speeds things up. Okay, this is in your wallet on your side. All right, so next, you're going to provide your Bitcoin wallet address. You're going to do that by clicking on the money bag that you see right there. And you're going to enter that wallet address. Of course, you know, we've talked about this in detail. You want to use a wallet that you have control over, not your keys, not your coins. So we're talking about blockchain, Coinami, Atomic Wallet, Genesis, Exodus. These are wallets where you have the private keys. If you use something like Cash App, well, Cash App can close your account if for no reason. They don't even have to give you a reason. They'll just tell you you violated their policies and they will close your account. So you want to use what's known as a decentralized wallet where you have the keys. That is the best practices. So once you put that wallet address in there, you want to save that, and you want to make sure you verify this address, make sure that address is right, double check that before you save that, because once you make a withdrawal, ladies and gentlemen, it is non-reversible. You can't reverse it. Bitlocity has nothing to do with it once you have made a withdrawal and you sent it to the wallet address that you put in the system. Okay, so next, you've paid that admin fee. Now you're going to purchase your packages. You're going to click on the matrix tab on the left there. You're going to click buy now, and it's going to move you here. And this is where you're going to repeat the process, copy the wallet address, and also copy the amount, and then click verify and activate my package. All right, you're simply going to repeat this process with the various.
And I can attest to this, that is the way you go through it. You click on the yellow box and you purchase the package. Then you click after you get to this page right here. Pretty much copy both those addresses and put them in the fields in whichever wallet you're using. Then you come back after it says success on that end. You come back and you click that yellow button right there, and you wait a little while. Then you move on to the next package. After that package clears. So I'm probably going to be ending this video a little early because it's already about an hour in. And if you want to watch the full video, I'll just leave a link in the description. But for now, let's keep going.
There's packages and various packages that you choose to buy. Okay, so that's self-explanatory. Of course, if you want to purchase multiple packages, once you have paid the bronze and the silver and the admin fee, those have to be paid separately. Once you get beyond that, you can now make a bulk payment. So, for example, if you decide you wanted to purchase all the way up to the Sapphire $1,000 level, when you click on that, it's going to take you to a page. And on that next page, it's actually going to have all of the payment amounts. It's going to have the 1,000, the 750, the 500, the 200, the 100, and the 75. And it's going to give you a total, and you pay that total, and you only have to wait for one confirmation. Okay? So that's a unique feature when you purchase multiple packages. Okay? So now let's talk about the withdrawal. This is what I wanted to focus on particularly. So when you click on the money bag, it takes you over here, and you notice it says withdraw Bitcoin. So you have two options. You can withdraw the Bitcoin manually, and you simply do that by clicking the withdraw button, and you can withdraw everything that's in there, and you will pay a 0.0005 withdrawal fee, but you can withdraw all of it. Now, you also have the option to enable that and select the amount that you want to withdraw automatically, that you want the system to withdraw for you automatically. Okay, so here's a page. It kind of breaks it down. I'm going to go ahead and read this really quick. It says, be sure to check the payout wallet address. Please check that you have access to the provided wallet address. If you need assistance in changing the payout wallet address, please follow the instructions under the support tab. Set your withdrawal option to enable automatic withdrawals. This sends all earning payment instantly. This also causes the blockchain fee on every withdrawal, which can be kind of expensive, and this could be costly to the member. You can set your withdrawal option to disable automatic withdrawal. This allows you to withdraw strategically, preferably, in the evening, to avoid the high blockchain fees. Okay. So if you decide to enable it, it's going to look like this. All right. And you notice it says enable right there. And if you have your 2FA security on, you have to put that code in. But now you can enter the amount that you want the system to automatically withdraw for you. And so you don't have to go in here and manual withdraw. You can set it on automatic. It will, you'll still pay the 0.0005 transaction fee, but it will automatically be withdrawn for you, and you don't have to worry about it. Now it's hands off. Okay. So once you put that amount in, you simply click withdraw, and now it is saved within the system. Okay. Very good. Then, of course, we talked about the F2A, which is a security feature, something that you seriously want to consider to protect your account. Of course, you have to download the Google Authenticator app to your smartphone or your Android or your iPhone. And this is what it looks like right here. And what's going to happen is it's going to provide you with this QR code that you have to scan. And then it's going to provide you with a number. And that number will change every 20 seconds. It's a way of knowing that this account absolutely belongs to you. And you're going to click submit. Okay, very good. All right. So now let's go ahead and get to a few questions here. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is
this is going to be interesting. I've never seen him do this before, but we'll see if he's actually going to ask questions from the chat or if he's going to ask questions. Because there was another video where they had someone come on that was a part of the support team that was just pretty much answering questions that looked like they came up with. They were pretty much questions that need to be answered. But at the same time, let's see if they answer questions that are in the chat or just pretty much random questions.
I'm going to unmute Mr. Earl Dixon, who has a couple of questions, and then we're going to go ahead and read a few of these other questions. Okay, stand by. Okay, tech is always a challenge. Finding these names here. And do me a favor, Mr. Dixon, go ahead and raise your hand. That'll put you up at the top and make it easier for me to find you. Okay, I think I saw you here. Let's do it like this. Okay, I see you now. Okay, so once you have opened your mic, welcome to the call. Okay, Mr. Dixon, you can unmute yourself by clicking on your mic. All right.
Okay, Mark, I want to thank you, Mark, for the wonderful presentation you just did. You know, there are not too many questions I have to answer because literally you basically covered just about everything. First of all, I want to thank you and the team, the leadership team who put this platform together, because for 6 years, I've been walking down my street with a cell phone in my hand, doing Facebook Lives, telling people that they need to get Bitcoin because the day was going to come where mass adoption was going to actually start happening. I want to just tell everybody out there, you're not seeing commercials on TV yet about Bitcoin, but when you do, you will know mass adoption has occurred. PayPal just started. 342 million people has access to get Bitcoin around the world. I want to thank you guys for giving us an avenue to be able to tap into that 21 million. And of course, the 1/3 has been lost, but to give us access to that. Now, I also want to just talk to the community about something real quick. We need your support. We really need your support because I was worried about how the people in our communities, the Bitlocity community and people who have not joined yet, how they will get involved. Blockchain summits around the world are happening anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 per ticket. The average person has been left out. I want to thank Mark and the program creators and the people who come together and gave us this avenue, this vehicle to put Bitcoin at a discount into every hand around the world who choose to join this platform. Also, I just want to say about the 2FA. I've been doing this a long time. When you click on that 2FA, it's going to give you a key, guys. That key, you got to make sure you copy that key. You're going to take a picture of that key or screenshot that key and put it in a safe place, because if you drop your phone, run over your phone, and you have to get back into that Bitlocity program and click on and can't get to your withdrawals because you don't have that 2FA code, it's going to ask you on the new phone for that key.
I agree with that. What I was thinking about doing is, if you do decide to get in the program where you have to have a 2FA code, that's true. If you happen to lose your phone, if you break your phone, if you upgrade your phone, you can't transfer the information that's on that particular phone from 2FA. But what I would suggest you do is, if you can, go back to every 2FA that you have on your phone and take a screenshot of it and either send it to your email address, save it to your computer, save it to your hard drive, save it somewhere until you can get it off of your computer. Just don't leave it on your phone, because something could happen. You can break your phone, drop your phone, you can reset it on purpose. You know, it might drop it in the pool, drop it in the bucket of water. Anything can happen to your phone, and then that 2FA is gonna, and you may be able to get it back, but it's gonna be a challenge. So if you have even if you have a second phone, like I have a second phone that I don't use, it's an older phone, I can use that phone and take a picture of the little block. It's like a little 2FA. It's kind of like a little barcode, like a little block. You just take a picture of it, And you can either just leave it on the old phone itself, or you can send it out. I mean, you can send it to your email address, and then from email address, save it to your computer, and then save it maybe on a USB disk drive, USB hard drive, one of those little small little USB drives that you can save stuff on, and put it in a lockbox, put it away somewhere safe, or even, I mean, you just put it somewhere just so you have backup just in case something like that happens.
Okay, to be able to activate that 2FA on your new device. So be aware of that. And I know Mark will do more trainings on the 2FA, and we'll locate that key for everybody so that you put that key aside. I've had so many instances where my phone just went dead, or it fell in a pool, swimming pool, or whatever, and I tried to get back in. And the only way I was able to get in is to contact the company, give them several types of ID because I lost the key. They said, if you have the key, I said, no. They said, well, since you don't have the key, you got to send us some ID. We had to verify who you are, and we're going to disable 2FA on our side in order to allow you in. But I had to prove who I was first. So be very careful with that 2FA key and make sure you have it where you can get access to it if you lose your device. Thank you, Mark. You did a wonderful job. And guys, I'm asking you, please, no negative comments. They are pioneering a vehicle.
I disagree. If you want to make a negative comment about the company, I think you should be able to do so because you put your money in their hands. And even though they're having issues and they come about talking about it, I think it's just your right to go out and speak your piece. If you want to say something negative, you want to say something positive, it's your right because you put your money in their system. And right now, the system is not giving you the result that you paid for, even if you just came in at $25 or $50. I haven't seen any $25 or $50 payments, and I've been in the system for about 3 4 days, and I'm pretty sure people have joined after that. So I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know what it is, but I think people have their right to go out and say what they feel. And sooner or later, we will figure out if they actually fixed it, if it never was fixed, if they did plan on fixing it, all that stuff will play itself out.
And we want to perfect them, we want to pray for them, we want to lift them up because nobody else did this for us. So one negative comment is too many right now.
And one more thing, this is not the only company that you can get in and have this type of system. This is not the first, it's not the only one, and it's more likely not going to be the last. So I'm just saying support them because there's the only company to do this. And that's not correct. There's other companies out there they might not be doing exactly the way they're doing it with the exact same comp plan, but there are companies out there that's been around. I know of one. It's another video on my channel that's been around for like 5 6 months that I'm in as well, and they're not having those issues right now. I mean, they've been around for a while longer. I don't know how their launch went because I wasn't there for it, but there are companies that have been a while, that have been around for a little bit that you can get in and make money with and not have the issue.
You're in formulation phase. Anytime you're in formulation phase of any business, Amway was started in 1959, 30 million active customers, 30 million active affiliates since 1959, and they started here where we are today. So please just lift these brothers
I don't think this company will outlast Amway. Just want to throw that out there.
up, pray for these brothers, and just appreciate what God has delivered through these brothers. Thank you, Mark.
Okay, great. And so I've got Robin on the line. She's going to help out a little bit. And Robin, I wonder if you've got the ability to read a few of the Q&A questions for us. Are you there?
Yeah.
Great.
Now, is Robin reading Q&A questions or is she reading questions from the chat? Q&A, where are these questions coming from? I mean, Robin's going to read the Q&A questions. I thought he said he was going to read questions from the chat, but I'll give him a little while to see if he gets to the chat. Let's hear Robin with the Q&A question.
Great. And if you see a question that we didn't answer in the training today, and you want to read that, that'll be great. We can kind of alternate because I can see these as well. And
Okay.
And so, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, again, we thank all of you for your patience, during this time. As I mentioned, this is a work in progress. A lot of people are involved here to make this a reality. And, the beginning is the beginning. And so certain challenges you will only have in the beginning. And so we are certainly having those challenges, but you need to know that we're working as diligently as we can to make this everything that we have said that it would be. And we certainly appreciate everybody's cooperation. So one of the things we'll be looking at is to find a way to get through the support tickets faster. And so we'll let you know what that solution is. To get those support tickets handled in a faster way. Because right now we've got support tickets that literally need to be handled one at a time. And so we are definitely working on that and strategizing to help everybody in that area. Do you see any questions?
I'm not sure if you touched on a particular time frame, but some people are wondering a time frame that they expect everything to be back up and running.
Okay,
and
so
the Infinity line to be going.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, the Infinity line.
I just want to read this comment because I think it's funny. Packages for Guns and Roses. We are Amazon Prime. We need BTC now. I couldn't help passing up on that comment. That's pretty funny.
Is affected by everything else that's happening. So when you have challenges with people, activating their accounts and these little challenges that we have, that all affects the Infinity line. So as those challenges are corrected, then the Infinity line is going to move faster. So this is exactly what we're focused on. We're really excited that the withdrawals, have been activated and people are getting their withdrawals already. So we're certainly making progress. You can see the enhancements in the back office. We're certainly going in the right direction. So we certainly appreciate all of you guys for hanging in there during this time. So I wish we could give you a time period, but we can't because the things are going to get done as they get done. But we're going to do the best we can to speed it up, to the best of our ability. All right. Let's see. Do you see anything else right now? All right.
Kind of scrolling up. So we got so many.
Okay, great. Yeah. So, and when it comes to your earnings, there are two ways that you're going to receive earnings. One is going to be through the Infinity line, which we mentioned. Everybody knows is slow right now because of the challenges we've had. But the other is going to be with you participating in the growth of the community by building your team. And so that's actually you will earn many times more contributions when you actually build a team than just participating in the Infinity line. But that is your choice.
And someone said they paid for the Infinity line, paid for their $50 package twice. Both times the transaction disappeared from both pending and transaction history.
Great.
And they sent a support ticket and they hadn't heard anything yet.
That's right. So I think everybody knows we're backed up with support tickets. In fact, we did a post on Facebook today in the Telegram group. We actually told you how many support tickets we have on the table right now. So we're backed up, but we're working diligently to get through those. And so if you sent in a couple of support tickets, you probably.
If I'm understanding correctly, the Infinity line, which is the $25 and the $50 level, is pretty much still not working correctly, and I don't think there's a way to go back and correct that as well. So if the system isn't working the way it's supposed to, he doesn't know when it's going to be fixed, according to his words, and from what I'm gathering from what he just said, it's not working the way it's supposed to. Where the person who comes in right behind you is not going to get that commission.
You don't need to send in anymore, especially if you included all of the details. Now, if you didn't include the details, screenshots, transaction IDs that verify that the money was sent, then you need to do another one. And then you're going to title, the subject is going to be multiple payments. All right. And they'll put that in the category and boom, they know exactly what to do. Okay.
What happens if you don't click the verify button?
The system doesn't even know that you made the payment. Yep. So that's another reason why, some people have hung up transactions. They actually never click the button. And so you have to go in and you have to click that I verify my purchase. Okay. All right. And I'm scrolling down looking for questions also. You see something else, you can go ahead and read it.
Can you make a payment from different levels from our earnings without having to transfer them out to an external wallet?
No, you cannot. So you have to transfer them out. You cannot make a purchase inside of the system at this time. So we discussed, how you make your withdrawals, and then once you actually make that withdrawal, and that whole system is going to be enhanced. I know that something needs to be there so that once you make that withdrawal, you need to get a message that says your withdrawal has been processed. And so the developers are working on that. So there's a lot of little details that have to take place to really make the whole experience, user friendly. And so all these things, this is what pre-launch is for, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-launch is so that these things can be identified, so that the developers and the programmers can make those adjustments. And we couldn't do this without all of you. This is all part of the process. But you can see we're making our way through it. It's just a matter of time, and then we'll be able to really help a ton of people all around the world.
Hey, markets support.
Yes, sir.
I've had a couple of questions in here today. People are asking about the 2FA, and they're confused, saying that it's enabled, but when they go to log in, they're not being asked for it. And the answer to that is the 2FA is only for withdrawals. It's not going to stop you from logging in. You don't need your 2FA when.
And they were not very clear on that particular subject. They just said the 2FA, like he even said in the video earlier, you can activate 2FA. He didn't really, he may have not known himself, but the 2FA was the kind of thing that they kind of screwed up. They didn't really clarify that until just now, because I actually sent a support ticket in wondering why it didn't work. The way it normally works with other sites and systems is when you use 2FA, as soon as you log into that system, it's going to ask you for that 6-digit code. You're not able to log into the site and start moving stuff around and start editing stuff. And this particular website, you can pretty much, if you have someone's email and password, you can log in and start editing stuff. So if someone's able to go in and edit your Bitcoin address, that could be an issue later on down the line. But he's saying you don't have to. It is working, because I thought the same thing. I sent a support ticket in, I think yesterday, because I didn't think it was working correctly. It never asked me for it when I logged in. And he's saying that it's not going to ask you for that 6-digit code unless you make a withdrawal. And that's just the way they have it set up.
People log in only when you make a withdrawal.
That's good. Great. Thank you. Thank you for answering that. Excellent. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Okay. So we're just scrolling down, looking at the questions, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go as far as we can until 5 p.m. Someone says, why are the names of my downliners not showing under my matrix? That's a good question. I know that a lot of them are showing, so I'm not exactly sure why yours are not showing specifically. I'm assuming you don't see.
What are we gonna do right now, guys? I'm gonna change up a little bit. I'm gonna log into. I'm gonna go to the site of the guy who I've been watching, who actually showed me about Bitlocity, and I actually joined under him. And I'm gonna show you what has been happening with his particular system. He has been getting results. He's been able to make withdrawals, and I'll just show you what's been going on with him and his site. Let me click on this, and the name of this guy's site is Crypto Muscle. This guy gets into pretty much everything. It's a lot of different things that I have never heard of, and he has signed up for them because he likes to take chances on things, and pretty much taking a chance on anything. I mean, you just taking a chance, put your money in anything. But he likes to take those chances. I'm just gonna switch it up right now. Switch up from that to that, from that site to this site. I think it was a video he made a couple of days ago that was talking about he actually made a withdrawal. And he also talks about other things. This is one paying, and he's saying he's got his money. He's gotten paid already. This is the second video. He got paid twice. I think this is the one, Bitlocity, Better Than Daisy. I think this is the one I'm going to click on and see. If not, I'll try to find it because I'm not sure which one it is.
What's up, everybody? Crypto.
Let me try to see if I can skip ahead a little bit.
Coming to you with another YouTube video. Matrix style. Oh yeah. As we await for Daisy, we got Bitlocity. Oh yeah. Biggest icon in the space today. A growing phenomenon. Everybody's
This,
trying to get in, blockchain, blah blah blah.
this is where he shows how much he's actually earned, because he's earned money already. As you can see on my account, let me show you once again. Because I hadn't logged me out yet. I'm showing 0 earnings, and I'm in the infinity line, and that's pretty much what I was trying to see if it actually worked. I'm pretty much not going to go any further right now until they fix that particular issue. That's pretty much as far as I can get in, and that's as much as I'm willing to risk right now. It's all I'm willing to risk right now. Excuse me. The amount that I'm willing to risk right now is 25 plus these 3 levels. That's it right now. If I don't see any improvement, I'll just leave it there and see what happens. But that's as much as I'm willing to risk. Don't get into any of these systems, any of these programs, and not put in any money that you're not willing to lose. Now let's get back into this with the crypto muscle.
Simple, whatever. And that went in, and then I started going into the levels. So let me see here. Let's go inside right now. Take a look here. So here.
See, as you can see right here, he has money in his account. He has 0.122220, all these numbers. All I have is a 0 right there. So he's getting paid. He has 132 people under him as well, though. And I think in this video he's going to do withdrawals. So the system is working for some people, and for some people it's not. And as you can see down here, he can see who's on his. You can see who's on his team. He can see what level they got in at. So in his particular situation, the system is working. Probably not. I don't think it's working completely, because I think he said he's one of the people who actually paid multiple times for packages, and he should be getting reimbursed from that according to the video we just finished watching.
Right. And let's take a look at Matrix. So after you pay the $25 fee,
and you can also see people under him. See, this is his name up here. You have somebody here. These 2 are empty. I can't see the rest of them, but you can see his name here. Somebody signed in here, or somebody upgraded. I signed up under him as well, so I'm in the same program right under him.
bronze is 25, right? And silver is 50, and then it goes progressively higher, right? 75, 100, 200, and all the way up, right? As it incrementally goes up, right? So these are the next ones left available, right? So you have to buy up until you get to where you want to be, right? So if I was to get, I stopped right here. It's roughly around 5,000, roughly, right? 5,000 here.
I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit because this video has already been a lot longer than I expected it to be. Anyone who watched it this long, I really do appreciate it. Comment, subscribe. If you watched this long, you might as well just subscribe now. Hit the like button. I appreciate you watching this video, trying to learn about Bitlocity. About to skip ahead and get to where he's showing his people that are under him, and you can see the system work a little bit more.
This, I don't know if I go beyond it, like I said, unless I blow it up or whatever, but so that's where I stand in terms of all this. So then when you look at people in the matrix, in my downlines, there's a lot of them were initially started past, not a lot, there's several that were past me. So I missed out on those earning opportunities. And like this guy here,
And that's part of the system that's not working right now. He was actually able to get in, like the way they had to set up. The founding members logged in, and they were all able to get in one day and set up their account. And maybe I think a couple days later, the people after that who actually pre-registered and did not have to open up a new account was able to come in and finish creating their account and buy everything they needed to buy. And then after that, they opened the doors to everyone. So those people should have been able to get in as far as they could. But it doesn't look like they let them do that. They let everybody do it at the same time and end up being a log jam. And he should have gotten paid for all of these commissions, depending on what level he was going to get as high as. But that didn't happen because the system did not work. So he actually lost money, even though he made money. So he should have had more money than he had right here.
Money Crypto, he went straight to level 10 here, which is the diamond. That's where I was going to get to, which is that 5,000 when I pointed out. So from this point all the way to the beginning, that's roughly around $10,000. Double diamond is a 10,000 one, so when you add it all together, that's around 20,000 and then beyond, right? So that's how that works. And 2 ways to look at it is you earn off of the infinity line from being in these two places here, right?
Yeah, and something else about the infinity line, there's really no way to track on our end to see if anybody actually got in behind us and we didn't get paid for it. On these, we can see. On these two, you cannot. So we don't know what's going on with the infinity line. We cannot see. We just have to depend on the system that they created that's supposed to do his job, which is not doing, which I'm pretty sure he probably didn't get paid for as well, because I haven't seen anybody who's gotten paid from the infinity line, especially if they just got in just for the infinity line.
Earn off in the infinity line. I'm not quite sure if I've earned anything because it shows 0 your earnings on these two, so I don't know
Probably
how
not.
that part works.
Probably not.
Because they said that for everybody that comes in, you're just automatically added onto the infinity line. But I haven't seen any of that yet, unless it's been added and I just don't know. From there, if you go into this area after bronze and silver, you start earning unilevel. That's called the unilevel line that you start earning off of.
That's it, guys. I'm just gonna end it here. It's pretty much gonna be the same thing. He's just gonna talk about the comp plan, which is the union level where you get paid people under you. In another video, he has more people under him, but in this video, he just has the one person. But in another video, he has people, I think, on pretty much every level. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I didn't mean for it to go on this long. But if you watch it this long, as I said before, you might as well comment. You might as well like the video. You might as well subscribe. I appreciate you staying for this long. And you enjoy the rest of your day. And Bitlocity, there it is, folks. This is a passive income trucker. I'll see you in the next video.